It was a night like any other in Oakhaven, a small village nestled deep within the quiet, rolling hills, far from the city's glow. The only sounds were the gentle rustle of leaves and the distant hoot of an owl, a symphony of nature that lulled the villagers into a deep slumber. Suddenly, a faint, pulsating light appeared on the horizon, a soft glow that seemed out of place against the familiar darkness of the night sky. Old Man Hemlock, stirring from his sleep, peered through his window, his eyes squinting at the strange phenomenon. He thought it might be a distant plane, but it moved too slowly, too silently. The light grew brighter, descending steadily, revealing an impossible shape against the backdrop of the Milky Way. It was a disk, vast and silent, unlike anything anyone in Oakhaven had ever seen, hovering directly over the village's oldest oak tree. A few more lights flickered on in the village as other residents, drawn by the unusual brightness, began to wake and look outside. Whispers spread from house to house, a ripple of disbelief and wonder replacing the night's earlier calm. The object emitted no sound, only an intense, crisp white light that bathed the village in an otherworldly glow, turning familiar landscapes into something alien. From its underside, several beams of ethereal teal light descended, scanning the fields and houses with a silent, deliberate motion. Dogs began to bark frantically, their howls echoing through the valley, while horses in the nearby pastures whinnied nervously. The village's electricity flickered erratically, streetlights dimming and brightening as if struggling against an unseen force. Young Lily, clutching her teddy bear, watched from her bedroom window, mesmerized by the dancing lights, too young to fully grasp the fear gripping her parents. Her father, a sturdy farmer named Thomas, stood protectively behind her, his hand resting on her shoulder, his gaze fixed on the impossible craft. The disk began to rotate slowly, its metallic surface glinting under its own intense light, revealing faint, intricate patterns. A collective gasp rose from the small crowd that had gathered cautiously in the village square, their faces upturned, illuminated by the alien glow. The air grew heavy, charged with an unspoken tension, as if time itself had paused to witness the spectacle. One of the teal beams focused intently on the old bell tower, lingering for several long seconds before sweeping away. No one dared to speak above a whisper, each villager lost in their own thoughts, trying to comprehend the impossible sight before them. The crisp white light from the disk intensified, pulsing with a rhythmic beat that seemed to resonate deep within their chests. Then, with a sudden, silent surge, the disk began to ascend, slowly at first, then picking up speed. The teal beams retracted, disappearing back into the underside of the craft as it climbed higher into the night sky. It became a smaller, brighter star, shrinking rapidly until it was just a pinpoint of light, then vanished completely. The silence that followed was profound, broken only by the continued barking of dogs and the nervous whinnies of horses. Villagers emerged from their homes, gathering in the square, their faces etched with a mixture of bewilderment and shared experience. They spoke in hushed tones, recounting what they had seen, each story confirming the impossible reality of the event. As dawn approached, painting the sky with soft hues of amber and blue, there was no physical trace left behind, only the vivid memory. The quiet village of Oakhaven was forever changed, its peaceful nights now holding a secret, a story whispered from generation to generation. The night the sky opened and something from beyond the stars visited their humble home would become their most extraordinary tale.